what is happening to us here. It's true that they have manipulated part of our populations in the Sahel here, but they didn't have that kind of weaponry. They have no moral lessons to give us. Look at the world. Let them go defend human rights all over the world first before coming here.
There's a quiet revolution happening in West Africa, and if you've been paying attention lately, you've probably noticed it's no longer business as usual. The days of silence, of submission, of waiting for approval from outside powers, they're ending. And once again, at the center of this transformation is Burkina Faso's president, Captain Ibrahim Traore. This time, it's not just about speeches or symbolic defiance. It's about culture, it's about identity, and it's about unity on a continental scale. Just a few days ago, Captain Traore received an official delegation carrying something deeply symbolic, the draft anthem for the Alliance of Sahel States, or AES. That's the regional confederation formed by Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, 3 countries that have decided they are done being dictated to by the West. These 3 nations, all led by military-backed governments, are forging a new path, one rooted in sovereignty, self-reliance, and shared destiny.
We were honored to be received by the President of Faso, the head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traore, and following the mandate of his brother, Army General Assimi Goïta, the President of Mali, the head of state, who tasked us with coming to present the project for the anthem of the Sahel states, the AES, to the President. And this Sahel anthem is a musical and poetic work that embodies the founding values, the shared spirit, but above all the collective ambitions, in particular, of the states of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. It is intended to serve both as an identity marker and, above all, as a powerful tool to mobilize present and future generations for the ultimate victory. Indeed, for the past 2 months, the President of the Confederation of Sahel States, Army General Assimi Goïta, together with his brothers from Niger, Army General Abdrahmane Chiani, and the President of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore, have tasked us with working on the anthem, following the flag and the logo to complete the set of symbols. So it is this task, this mission, that we accomplished 2 months ago. Each country submitted its own anthem, a draft, and afterwards the experts gathered in Bamako to work together to produce a synthesis, which was then approved by my brothers, the Ministers of Culture of Niger and Burkina Faso, and myself, and which was submitted to the Army General in Bamako. It was following this presentation of the anthem that the Army General, the President of the Confederation, Assimi Goïta, asked us to come and present it to his brothers from Burkina and Niger, and the President congratulated us and encouraged us. And so we are truly honored. This anthem is truly an invitation to the resilience of the Sahel states, and it will truly share the sense of a common destiny while also promoting our shared identity. The next steps will be for the marching bands to learn it within 2 weeks, but also for it to be adopted in schools among students. And after that, normally in a few weeks, we will have an official synchronized launch in the 3 Sahel states to celebrate together our shared life, unity, and this community of destiny, and also to showcase to the whole world our passion and our fight for the sovereignty of our state.
Now, what makes this moment so powerful isn't just the unveiling of a national anthem, it's what that anthem stands for. According to the officials who presented it, this anthem is more than music. It's a poetic and cultural expression of resistance, unity, and resilience. They said it reflects the shared soul of the Sahel, the values, the struggles, and the dreams of its people. It's meant to inspire the youth, mobilize generations, and remind Africans everywhere that their story isn't over. It's just beginning. And let's be honest, this is long overdue. For far too long, countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have been treated as playgrounds for foreign militaries, foreign companies, and foreign interests. Their people have suffered under the weight of poverty, instability, and terrorism, while external powers claim to be offering help. But what kind of help leaves nations poorer, weaker, and more divided. That's why this anthem is so important, because it's not just a song. It's a statement, a message to the world that these nations are standing up. They're reclaiming their story, their image, their future. And Captain Ibrahim Traore didn't just accept the anthem quietly. He applauded the work, congratulated the delegation, and emphasized the next steps. That includes training military bands across the region to play the anthem, teaching it in schools, and officially launching it across the 3 countries in a synchronized celebration. Think about that. A unified anthem shared by 3 sovereign African nations, launched at the same time with the same spirit. This isn't just politics. This is symbolism at its highest level. This is how nations create identity. This is how they plant the seeds of continental consciousness. And if you're still wondering why it matters, ask yourself this. When was the last time West African countries did something like this, together, not under the influence of France or the United States or the United Nations, but of their own will? Never. This is new. This is African diplomacy, culture, and strategy being written in African ink. That's what Traore meant in his recent comments that also went viral. When he said, "The U.S. doesn't have the morals to teach us anything," he wasn't just lashing out emotionally. He was making a fundamental point about dignity, about sovereignty, about how for too long the so-called moral lectures from the West have been used to cover up exploitation, how they speak of human rights while propping up dictators, how they preach development while draining Africa's resources. It's a visual reminder that the West is in no position to act like it's above reproach. Maybe it's time to stop pretending you're the model the rest of the world should copy. That's why this message resonated, because it wasn't just about Burkina Faso. It was about Africa standing up and saying, "Your rules don't automatically make you righteous. We are watching, we are thinking, and we're done pretending." This is how a confederation is born, not in chaos, but in confidence, not by begging for approval, but by building institutions. And the AES is doing exactly that. And here's what makes this especially powerful. These moves are being led by nations the West once labeled fragile, countries they thought would collapse without foreign aid. Instead, what we're seeing is that when leaders truly align with the aspirations of their people, when they stop serving foreign powers and start serving their own citizens, something incredible happens. The people rise, the energy shifts, the continent stirs. That's what Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta, and Abdourahmane Tiani are doing. They're not perfect, they're not messiahs, but they're doing something generations of African leaders have been too afraid to do. Say, we will define our own path, and we don't need Paris or Washington to approve it. And that's why this anthem matters, because you can't fight for sovereignty with bullets alone. You also fight with words, with music, with symbols, with pride. You fight in the classroom. You fight in the lyrics of your national song. You fight by teaching your children that they are not inferior, that they come from a continent that birthed civilization, and they are the continuation of that legacy. This anthem, titled La Confédérale, will soon echo in schools, parades, and national events across Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Children will rise to sing it. Soldiers will march to it. Leaders will stand proudly before it. And through it, a new chapter in West African history will take shape. Not one written in colonial ink, not one stamped in foreign embassies, but one authored by Africans, for Africans, in the name of a future that finally belongs to them. So the next time someone asks you what's going on in the Sahel, why all this noise, this defiance, this boldness, tell them it's not just about politics, it's about purpose. It's about a region that's been underestimated, finally stepping forward and saying, "We are not your children. We are not your experiments. We are not your projects. We are nations. We are proud. And we are done begging." The anthem may only be 90 seconds long, but the message, it will echo for generations. Africa is waking up, and the world needs to listen.